What's going on, everybody? So, here is another update on my grandmother. As you can tell in the title, yes, she has passed away. She passed away today, which is March 26th, 2022. This video may be watched a year from now. But, um, so I've been keeping you all up to date over the last week with a couple videos to keep you in the loop. And and the news wasn't great in those videos I was putting out. That's why I was putting them out. My mom wanted me to help her talk to y'all about this. So yeah, the last video I put out a few days ago, she was in rough shape. And when things start failing, when people at this stage start failing, they fail fast. So rough night last night for my mom, um, and my grandmother, and then today I was actually out, um, in the city in Memphis, getting my rear brake pads replaced, and that's when my mom called me. So from there, I couldn't go. I couldn't leave. My car was in the shop. So another 45 minutes, I was able to leave. And then I was 45 minutes away from where we live. So I drove straight to my mom's place and just tried to help her as best I could. By this time, my daughter, Skylar, still didn't know. She was at my apartment hanging out with her friend while I was in the city. So I didn't want to go there quite yet, so I went straight to my mom's. And there she was. She had passed probably by that time a couple hours, and we wanted to keep her for a little while so we can say our goodbyes and just let things settle in a little bit. And then eventually came back here and told my daughter, and that didn't go well, as you'd imagine. But luckily, her girlfriend was with us too, who over a short period of time got to know my grandmother. Big part of the birthday that we celebrated just last week. Her birthday was on the 19th. Um, so luckily, her friend was with us to help with that. But yeah, on her birthday, she just turned 99 on the 19th, and it was really the last, moment where she was as lucid as she could be. Between that day and today, she had some moments. Um, I can't remember the exact day, but the last solid food she ate was spaghetti, which was always her favorite. So that's pretty fitting. Um, but really, her birthday, it was special. Looking back on it, I'm glad that it went the way it did because she had a nice 99th birthday. Um, but things started failing thereafter, and today, I don't know, today in the midday, she passed. So told Skylar and her friend, and that went as how you would imagine it went. And then I asked them if they wanted to see her, and that's a tough thing. I want my daughter to choose, but weird looking at a deceased body because growing up, being from a Roman Catholic family, we were old school. We had wakes, so you'd see your relative in the casket, which is just bizarre. But then I went through this with my grandfather. He passed away in hospice in the house and everything, so I saw him lying there, passed away, and saw the funeral home come in and wheel him out. So, and I remember, man, I'm glad I was there, but it's a bummer that that's my last memory of him, but I wouldn't change that at all. So I don't know what to do about my kid, you know. Do I say, I don't want you to see your grandmother in this state? I don't want to force her to do it if she doesn't want to. So I just left it up to her, and she was a trooper. Her and her friend, yes, you know. So we went over there to my mother's house, and of course, it's rough. But things settled down a little bit. Obviously, very sad, but things settled down, and now me and the girls are just helping my mom, and we're just talking. And then eventually, we decide that me and the girls are going to come back to my place and chill, because now we're just waiting for hospice and the funeral home to do their thing. So then, an hour later, they show up. So then we go back over there, and again it's chill. But then until that moment comes where you say your last goodbyes and you see your relative wheeled out. That's not easy for anybody. So that happened. So now she is going to a morgue, and then eventually will be cremated. So that's where we're at right now. My mom is going to be staying with me tonight. So she's going to be hanging out just so she doesn't sleep alone tonight. The hospice company's coming to pick up all the equipment tonight, which is good. My mom kind of just wants that stuff out of there. Like the bed, oxygen tank, the toilet, wheel table on wheels that would go over the bed. And then once that stuff is out, then we can start rearranging the apartment and just make it more for my mom. So that's really it. Just wanted to give you all an update. I appreciate y'all, engaging with these videos. I try not to have sad videos back to back to back, but it is what it is. This is part of what we do now. Now that I'm a YouTuber, I guess. But I wouldn't know any of you. Well, I don't know any of you virtually through your comments, but by now you all know the stories for how I started a channel, and now I've had the fortune to gain an audience for my mom, which is interesting because now I can speak for her, in these types of moments. So yes, my mom is sad, but we're moving on. We obviously see this coming, but it's different when it finally shows up. So all is good considering. 99 years is a good run. She was born in, specifically asked for this. She was born in on March 19, 2000. Let's start this over. She was born March 19th, 1923. And then today's the 26th. So, yeah, she made it through her 99th birthday. And then here we are. We just moved, or I just moved. Or no, my mom and grandmother moved out. Yes, I helped, but I didn't move them. It took a team of people to make that move. But as you all remember the story, they moved from Maine to Mississippi, and they were in my living room November 1st. And so began that journey. So just under 5 months was how long my grandmother was a Mississippi resident. But I'd like to think she enjoyed some of it, but it was different for everybody, and it's going to continue to be different. And eventually we're going to have our new normal here. So again, thank you for watching these videos and letting me update y'all. Hopefully the next video I do for you guys will be a more uplifting video. But again, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again soon.